Okay, so into Arakni, we're going to go a bit over just because to compensate for the amount of banishing that they're going to do. I think we're just going to go with a second arm in case we do get hit with like a banishing of the singularity. And let's see, with this start, yeah, I think I'm just going to equip an Evo. Sadly, I can't arsenal anything. And I'm going to arrange it so that the Terminator tank is last, so that I can try to pair the Terminator tank with a blue at the bottom. Because while pitch stacking for a second cycle, I want to do my best at pitching a tank or an overpowered card next to a blue, since by the time I get to them, I will just have like all 4 Evos up. It is a guarantee into this matchup, being how low the actual damage output of Arakni is. And this is good for me. One thing to worry about into the ninja matchup is, or sorry, assassin matchup, is they have Shred, which with the Evos being temper, if you block their assassin's attacks with the Evo, they can just kind of undo that. Oh, sorry, they can minus the Evo to basically bring it down to 0 and destroy it. So in the assassin matchups, until you're actually confident that they're not playing any copies of Shred, you're kind of just forced to only block their generic attacks with your Evos, or block their assassin attacks when they have no cards in hand with Evos. They have Shreds and they're playing yellow, so we'll see if they're playing Rainbow Shred. And I don't mind overblocking this one, since I think I just want to send one card back. This is too expensive to play. Won't be able to get that anyways. And I'm just gonna, they sunk the top card, so I don't know where it is. Just gonna 0 to 60, no boost. Another win con in this matchup, besides doing a lot of chisel damage, is being able to play Singularity. So until I've seen Singularity, or I'm reasonably sure that it's not there, I might try to boost a bit less. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I'll still probably boost before actually seeing Singularity, just not every single turn, unless it's like a turn like this where the only way I can actually utilize my hand is by boosting. This hand with boosting is going to come in for 4 plus another 4 plus a pitching a blue to second cycle. Actually, why not? Let's make this a bit more. Wait, no. There you go. And then into a leveler after this for another 2. Actually, leveler for 1. Still, don't mind that much. We're stacking blues for second cycle, which with that, so far there should be a mystery card, a tank, and 2 blues for second cycle that we know of so far. And we already have 2 Evos up, which is not bad. Fabricate's just here so that we can banish an Evo from hand or get an extra block out of the Evos if needed. At this point, it's probably going to go under an Evo and banish one from hand the second that we draw a arm or legs, or maybe even like a second head or chest. Okay, so we'll see what they do here. I don't know why they're playing Warhorn. An ally or item or a landmark, permanent. Yeah, singularity is not ally or item or landmark, so. And with this hand, again, I'm without a blue. I think I honestly don't mind just overblocking this one again. And then I'm just gonna level her for 2. Okay. There's a scrap hopper next to an annihilator engine. I'm gonna be at the bottom of my deck. Oh, where do they put that? They left the card on top there. Okay, so they're hoping to get rid of the scrap target. Seems like an odd choice from my end. And I don't mind that I'm being milled more right now from the aggressive blocking, since I am just trying to cycle through my deck. Sure. I might end up just see where they putting the card. If they leave it on top, yep. Banish and put it under, because I'm not blocking with my Evos this turn most likely. Oh, nice. If I don't block it, he's gonna black tuck. We'll see if he's got the shred in hand. Yeah, yellow shred. That's fine. Now he's gonna black tack and follow up with another thing. Though I should be safe to block the second attack with Evos, being that no black tack? Or did they accidentally miss priority? No black deck. Equip an Evo and send another blue and tank to bottom. Just so that send the blue first. Okay. This hand will likely be blocked with Evo's Junk Dog for 7. I've seen 2 yellow shreds, 1 pitched, 1 there. I haven't seen any other shreds unless I wasn't paying attention. They sunk the top card, but I still don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And let's get another chest. Why not? We put a fabricate under the chest, so getting another one just helps us protect the fact that chest has the most pieces for when we singularity under it. I like that they did that. Makes their next turn extremely predictable because they can't really shred and play a card. Yep. I'll take it. Debating on if I just instant speed out the chest and leveler. I think I might do. Alright, instant speed out the gloves. And this will be a nice hand of just, I'll put 2 blues and the firewall. Actually, I think I'll put all the blues first. Actually, no. I don't know what I'm going to be drawing next. And in case I do draw a singularity next, might as well have the padding of like 2 blues. So I'll pitch this in a way of 1 blue, firewall, 2 blues. Yeah, that way when I do pitch the singularity that I just so happen to draw, it will be actually next to 2 blues. And this is awkward because I'm not actually sure. The 2 fabricates in hand are a bit awkward. But I might as well thin out the deck a bit more. 5 damage isn't much. Especially when we're at like almost even. I know that he's has blue shreds too. Okay. My opponent should be playing 6 Arsenal Destruction cards at least. Oh, 2 blue shreds at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I think it's safer that I pitch the singularity for next cycle and just count down until I draw it. Because at this point, I'd only get a junk dog and a Terminator tank back. I can't really put the singularity in Arsenal safely. And drawing through 38 cards to the singularity hand is probably a bit more like achievable. So it is the 39th card minus 4. 35. So now we're basically just counting from 35 to 0 and increasing that stack whenever they bottom a card and whenever I boost. So next turn I'll probably just want to block with Firewall and Zipper Boost. They don't have black tech, which is nice. This already dead. I'm gonna block with a Firewall and Annihilator Engine. And they sunk the top card, so 34. Okay. More Evos and Banish is pretty nice for just a singularity gas. Beautiful. That just means that the goes from 34 to 32 cards left. And they put it in Vanish for me. $31, and now 27 after I dropped 4. Yeah, that's fine. Do I have any Evos in discard? I do. Oh, nice. I should have blocked arms and chest, but that's fine. I can't shred it. debating if I just come in for a 9 overpower or a 7. Then 3 and 7 actually. Because they don't have an arsenal, so the disruption doesn't actually matter. I think we're just going to save this for a singularity cycle and pitch it next to the blue. Like, singularity is the backup condition of winning at this point, but it's not the main win con, since even with like all the reactions, just being able to tank back-to-back turns, like we've been setting up, of tank and a few blues, tank and a few blues, that can win the game if the Arakni is taking enough damage. And we're staying pretty even at this point too. We have seen them pitch like 1 yellow and 2 blues that I've paid attention to for shreds. Oh, how many reacts? Okay, they've only used 2 of each react. I think this turn is just going to be refreshing some equipment. Okay. Like, instant speed Teklo, pitching Steel Street, just something into level or magnetic maybe. Because we just got legs there actually. I don't know what they're gonna get. Sure. We'll let them do this. We'll take a Terminator tank. Let's see, what did they get actually? Oh, they got CNC. That's fine. And we'll discard a Evo. Something we can safely block with equipment is nice. Yeah, we can still just equip. Like, since we have 2 floating, if we're just pitching 3 blues, no matter what, we'd be able to play the Terminator tank afterwards. Yeah, Terminator tank for 9, even if it would have been nice to just play the Evo Sentry Arms. I feel like forcing them into to actually take out cards from their hand is better. And I think I forgot to count for 2 turns, so should be around like 16 cards left. So he drew 1 from this. They did not banish anything like last turn. 27. I'm gonna say 18 since I'm bad at counting. Either way, too, we should be able to start recognizing once we're getting close to singularity, even if I do lose counter tracking. Like, under the assumption that like we're at maybe like 14 cards now. By an action card, I'll just take 3. What if I think I'm gonna go for the greedier play. Boost. We didn't need that tank. Actually, I guess the other question is Leveler and Harpoon for another 8 or 7 damage, or just Protocol. They did not block with anything, so might as well take something from their hand. If they have only 1 card that they can actually play, we'll take their only contract. Let's see. Okay. Take E-Strike. Nah, I think Annihilate the Armed means that they're just going to Codex your Frailty. Which, if they just Codex your Frailty, I'm happy with that play. Otherwise, the other play is E-Strike for 7, and I can still block E-Strike with 5 equipment at least. E-Strike draw card just means I completely block it out with equipment. Okay. So what's my turn going to be? 5, 3, and Protocol again. So I'll take 2. Wrong one. Trying to do head and legs. This should be one of the last turns before Singularity, assuming that it's coming up pretty soon. Like, Singularity doesn't even matter with my opponent at this much life, because anything like tanks, like after the Singularity, there's like 3 turns of tanks coming up. Okay. Surgical, they can't pay for the surgical if I take Codex. Well, they have 2 next, so they could. And then block 2 and a card from hand, so I think that's fine. Oh, yeah. Okay, they're not. They're just gonna dagger for 1, I guess. Or not. Well, it's a good thing that I know what they have there. Leveler into War Machine, Arsenal the Annihilator. It's because I know that I'll be hitting a surgical with this. And the only way that they have out of it is if they got 3 reacts or 2 reacts and something else in hand. Let's see. Okay, if they went down to 5, that's quite suspicious. I'm just gonna block 6. There's no reason not to. I can pitch Firewall the Leveler into an Annihilator Engine for 9 next turn. They're gonna Shriek Razors. It's gonna banish the memory, which doesn't really do much, and they're gonna deal 1 damage. Actually, they might Black Tech. Even if they hit Singularity at this point, I don't mind with them at 5 life. Okay, they got another blue dog. And where are they gonna put it? If it's only coming in for 4, might as well just use the Firewall then. Yep. And that's why I should have been keeping track of my account. But they need to have at least 1 react in the next hand to not die. And I should have 1 or 2 turns of a tank after this. Like 1 react would let them block 6, 7, take 2, going down to 3. No react means that they can only block 4 and take 5. It's fine. Just Terminator tank. Though I should have Teklovossen into tank. But this is fine too. How many D-reacts in hand? They got 1. Nice. Just in case they have Arsenal Disruption, I'm gonna actually Arsenal to Fabricate. In case like this is just a CNC. Okay. Actually, wait. Going to +1 and banish. Just to make that more playable. Get that last block value out. They could still have 3 reacts in hand, so just in case. Okay. Not a bad 18 turn game. And yeah, like if I got back around to the singularity by default just means that like you deal 6 to 12 damage when it enters because of the discarding 2. So that would have just won the game then, at least, with them at that low life. And yeah, after that, next turn would have been okay. Would have been messed up if I did actually boost the Terminator tank that I put 5th on the top. But yeah, Arakni's not a bad matchup, and that's at least like how I play it. Hope it helps. Let's see. Player stats.